Welcome to this episode of Good Eats called My Milkshake Brings All the Boys to the Yard. 3 uses for milk is for drink, for recipes, and whole milk facial products that make your face beautiful. 5 nutrients in milk are calcium, which aids in building strong bones and teeth. Vitamin D, which enhances calcium phosphate in the absorption of strong bones and teeth also. Woo! Potassium aids in correct functioning of nerves and muscles. Protein, which repairs and builds tissues and muscle. And a folate, which aids in red blood cell formation. When selecting and storing milk, you want to make sure that it hasn't expired. No one likes sour milk. And make sure that the lid is closed tightly so no one else drank out of it already. When storing the regular milk that we drink, keep it in the fridge, otherwise it'll go sour. Keep sweetened, condensed, and evaporated and powdered milks in a cool, dry place. So 5 methods of preparing, cooking, and serving milk is in a cake, which you incorporate with the wet and dry ingredients when baking it. Pudding, which you slowly add to the other ingredients. Ice cream, which you can churn like butter. Macaroni and cheese, where you melt the cheese and pour the milk in when the noodles are cooked. And hot chocolate, which is milk with hot cocoa mixture.
First, we're going to preheat the oven to 450 degrees. We're going to measure 2 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour and a 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, 1 tablespoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon kosher salt or regular salt. And that's our dry ingredients. Now we are adding 6 tablespoons of very cold butter and cutting it into our dry ingredients until it resembles a coarse meal. 1 cup of buttermilk. And the consistency at this point should be very wet. If it's not wet enough, you can add just a bit more buttermilk. Now we are turning our wet dough onto a floured board, which is just our cap. We're going to gently pat, do not use a rolling pin, till it's about 1/2 inch thick. We're going to flip it 5 times until it's 1 inch thick. Now I am cutting our biscuits with a round cutter and placing them on our cookie sheet. Now I am putting the biscuits into the oven on our cookie sheet. And they will bake for 10 to 12 minutes.
Now we're going to take the biscuits out when they're done. And they should be golden brown on top, but not overdone.
Voila! And you have your biscuits.